Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we are returning to Fallout 76 for another weapon spotlight video, and today we're going to be checking out the Slug Buster. This is actually a weapon, a named weapon, that you can get just by completing the Wastelanders questline in a certain way. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'm sure many of you already know how to get this weapon, and even if you missed it, you will frequently find it on player vendors for not that expensive, so I thought it'd be interesting to try this weapon out, especially considering that the latest update has normalized the damage versus energy resistance for energy damage versus energy resistance to be the same calculation as it is for ballistic damage. So that is actually a bit of a buff for most energy weapons, so I figured it'd be an interesting time to see how this weapon does. So as always, we'll start out by taking a look at the weapon itself, my build, and then we'll try it out against some ghouls, some super mutants, some robots, a Mylar Queen, and then a Scorchbeast. So, with no further ado, as you can see, here is the weapon. I've gone on ahead and put the calibrated capacitor on it and for some extra critical damage, and the stabilized automatic barrel for automatic fire because I prefer commando versus rifleman, sorry, but you know, it could do just as well as a rifleman weapon. And then the aligned stock to reduce my AP cost, and the reflex sight for the same reason. The Slug Buster itself is a plasma gun. I've got it modified out to be a rifle with anti-armor. That's critical hits doing plus 50% damage and 90% reduced weight. So it's not a god roll, but it is a very solid weapon. So let's go on ahead and take a look at my build here. So starting over here, we've got Traveling Pharmacy, just an extra point I had from some legendary perks to help me carry a little bit more medicinal items. Bandolier to carry my ballistic ammo around. Blocker to help me stay alive against melee enemies. That's particularly important since I am a bloodied build, but I do believe that any build can benefit from it, even if you're a full health build. I've got all 9 of the commando perks ranks here for extra damage when I'm using an automatic weapon. 2 ranks of ground pounder for primarily for some extra reload speed, but also for some extra hip fire accuracy. Tank killer for some armor penetration and stagger. And 1 rank of concentrated fire so that I can target weak points. With the automatic weapons, I don't really feel like it's worth the full 3 ranks because the bonus for automatic weapons is much lower than it is for semi-automatic weapons. Fireproof to help me stay alive against fire and explosions. Radical to help me carry more stuff since I am a bloodied build with a whole lot of rads typically. Strange in numbers to get some more benefit out of my mutations, which won't really be a benefit today since I'm on my private world alone, but it usually benefits me. Team Medic, I find it useful in things like daily ops and boss fights and things like that, but again, it won't be much of a factor here because I'll be playing alone. Tenderizer for some extra damage, Nerd Raid for some extra damage, some extra AP regen, and some extra damage resistance. Batteries included to carry my energy ammo. Scrapper, just because I've been collecting resources recently, and there's not a huge difference between 4 ranks of Gunsmith and 5 ranks of Gunsmith, so rather than run 5 ranks, I'm just running 4 plus 1 of Scrapper. Action Boy to get better AP regen. Covert Operative for some extra sneak attack damage. The Slug Buster and all plasma guns, in fact, are not able to be suppressed, so this probably won't be a huge factor today, but I'm not going to go ahead and change my build for it at the moment. Born Survivor to help me stay alive. Sneak, typically I'm a stealth build. Once again, this probably won't be a huge thing today, but if I get into trouble, I may drop into stealth to try and get out of it, so it could be helpful for that. Escape Artist, which will be even more helpful than the sneak perk if I do need to try to drop into stealth and get out of trouble. Adrenaline for some extra damage. Worth noting that for the first rank, you're getting more than half the maximum damage at the top end ranks, so that's why I only run 1 rank of it, plus there's so much in agility that I want anyway. 3 ranks of dodgy to help me stay alive. 1 rank of better criticals for some extra damage. Serendipity to help me stay alive. Ricochet to help me stay alive. Starched genes to keep my mutations. Critical savvy to be able to crit basically every other shot. It doesn't always work out exactly like that, but it's pretty close to that. And bloody mess for some extra damage. Looking at my legendary perks, I have taken one for the team. It is important to note that this does work when you are on a public team by yourself, so this will be a factor today, especially considering that the Slug Buster is not suppressed, so I will be getting attacked a lot, I suspect. Follow through, because I am usually a stealth build. It probably won't be that much of a factor today, though I may get some benefit from it here and there. Master Infiltrator, just because I find it convenient and there's not really a whole lot else I care about. And then some extra luck, agility, and intelligence. So here's my effects. I'll let you take a look at those. I'm not going to go over every single one, but you can just kind of read them. And my armor. Nothing special here. Mostly unyielding with 3 pieces of AP regen, I'm sorry, 2 pieces of AP regen and 3 pieces of poison resistance. So yeah, that is the weapon, that is my build. Let's go on ahead and try this thing out against some ghouls. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are outside the White Spring Golf Club, where we're going to try this thing out against some ghouls. I'm not really going to try to go stealthy in here. I'm just going to kind of go loud and proud and see how things go. I'm going to go ahead and grab some cans while I'm at it, because why not? So not having any real issue here. Successfully cleared the first room there with just a single clip, which is nice. So if you like the run and gun style, the plasma gun could actually be an interesting choice right now. Its damage is divided up between the physical and the energy, so you do actually have to overcome both resistances on your targets, which is a bit unfortunate, but as you can see, I'm having no real difficulty here. And I have gotten some attention here. A little bit swarmed, but this weapon is getting me out of it with no real issues. So yeah, not having any real problems here. Surprisingly, I haven't even caught radworms yet. I'm thinking that my being loud and aggressive has pulled in most of the ghouls from out here, but here's a straggler. Took him down with no problem. Oh, there's another one. Anybody else out here? I'm not seeing anyone, so yeah, that was quick and easy, so far so good. Let's go on ahead and see how this thing does against some super mutants. Okay, here we are outside of Pylon V13 and the abandoned bog town to try the Slug Buster out against some super mutants and whatever has spawned over here, which it looks like we've got Snallygasters today. Taking a few more shots than I'd like to put Snallies down, but still no real difficulty here. I am used to having stealth on my side. Let's see how it does against the behemoth. Ooh. Uh-oh. Run. Yeah, this thing is not doing nearly as well against this guy just because of no stealth. Although I think I am having some issues with Vats not registering my damage, because I do feel like he should have been dead a bit before that, but a little bit of fancy footwork, and I got out of it with no problem. If you're going to run and gun, you will find yourself needing to kite a little bit if you're not going to be running around in power armor, so, you know, I'm not overly concerned about that. I probably could have started that battle out in stealth and gotten some benefits from follow through, but I didn't. We might try that out against Mylar Queen though. Alright, where are our targets? There's one. What are they doing over here? And we'll kill the insult bot while we're at it. Alright, well that appears to be the last of these super mutants. Well, we've got a doggo over here. That's a dead mutant doggo. Mutie there's dead. So once you get a little bit of adrenaline built up, it really is doing much better. Got a legendary over here. It does use a fair bit of AP for the plasma gun, so I am having to hip fire it or aim down sights a little more frequently than I normally would, but that's not such a big deal. And if you're the type of player who's not really that into using VATS, then it could be even better, although if you are the type of player who's not into using VATS, then there's probably much better versions of the plasma gun around than the Slug Buster, since the second star is about VATS critical hits. So, anyway. So far, so good. Shouldn't be too many more around here. We'll see if we can find any real quick. There's one. And I'm in danger, so there's one more guy around here somewhere, I think. I don't know where he's at. I know there's one over here. And, well, I think you get the idea of how it performs against super mutants, so no point in wasting everyone's time chasing down a stray mutant. Let's go on ahead and try this thing out against some robots next. Okay, here we are outside of Robco, and as always, I'm going to start off by trying out this thing against the Sentry Bot, but I'm going to target the torso instead of the fusion cores as usual, because I want to see how this weapon performs that way. Quite well, honestly, so we did get some stealth benefit out of it because we weren't already in combat. Let's see how we're doing here. Not bad. Not amazing. I feel like things would be going a lot smoother if I had stealth on my side here, but even so, I'm not really struggling. It's definitely feeling a little bit more dangerous. But, so far so good. No deaths yet. I've probably just cursed myself, but we'll see what happens. Come back here and see how we do against the Robo-Brains. I know there should be two more here. Where are ya? I know one's going to come here. Take you down, and we got one back here. And it looks like we need to repair the weapon, so... Oh, I don't have it there. We'll just use a basic on it, because this is not the kind of weapon that I normally run around with, but... Overall, it did just fine against some robots here. Let's go ahead and try it out against a Mylar Queen. Okay, here we are at Spruce Knob Lake, where we are going to try the Slug Buster against a Mylar Queen and a few of her minions. So, let's see how this goes. Get over to where she's at, and where are her minions? There's one. Ooh, of course there's a 3-star legendary over there. Not that I'm complaining, but, you know, of course it's in the middle of the water. Got, oh boy, a 1-star instigating machete. Okay, let's see here. Take as many of our minions out as possible ahead of time so they don't decide to interfere in the fight. And I think I am going to go ahead and try and start this battle out in stealth, because it would be nice to get a bit of follow-through bonus on her. Fortunately, my 3 pieces of poison resistance armor are really helping me out here. And they didn't help me out as much as I was just saying there. So, we'll be back. I did kind of anticipate a bit of trouble with this fight because, yeah, Mylar Queens can be a bit tough, and with no stealth on my side, I can be a bit squishy. If you're a full health build, you might do a little bit better than I am. But let's go on ahead and continue on here. And of course, she's fully regenerated. What did I drop? Oh. I'll just take it all back. Oh. And I'm not in Nerd Rage. Let's fix that real quick. And I think we are seeing some rubber banding on her health, which is definitely not helping matters at all here. Surprisingly, I was in caution for that whole time. And we got her. I guess I probably should have been trying to be in stealth the whole time anyway. Yeah, I wasn't going to hold it the whole battle, but I actually held it quite a bit longer than I expected to with a loud weapon like this. So, yeah, that's interesting. Let's go on ahead and wrap this up by trying it out against some Scorchbeasts. Alright, here we are outside of Drop Site V9 and Fisher Site Prime to try the Slug Buster out against a Scorchbeast or 3. So, we'll start out by taking out the Scorched over here. They're obviously very squishy, and I'm already discovered, so yeah, that's not ideal. And I'm not sure what's attacking me from over here. Where are you? There you are. Why can't I get a Vats Lock on you? I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, come back here, Scorchbeast. And we've got, looks like 2 Scorchbeasts simultaneously, and yeah, this would go a lot better if I had stealth on my side. So that is a big problem. We might actually be doing better if we had a vampire's version of this weapon. It would take a little bit more to kill the enemies, but at the same time, it would be a little bit easier to stay alive, so... Although I do actually like the overall accuracy of the plasma gun. And I was not able to beat her regeneration there. At least in part, I think, because of the AP cost of the weapon. I kind of sense another death coming. Can I get back into stealth? I can, that helps. Can we take you down? Definitely seeing a bit of health rubber banding here, unfortunately, which is making this a bit tougher than it needs to be. Also worth noting that the plasma gun is not a hit scan weapon, meaning that you will have to adjust for its trajectory when you are firing down the sight or hip firing. So, yeah. You don't really have to worry about that with VATS, but If you are aiming down the sight or hip firing, then that is something you really do need to take into account. Are you seriously not dead yet? What are you fighting over here? What's on me? Get off me, rat. Finally. Might as well go get my 1-star legendary there. Alright, let's go see if we can pull one more Scorchbeast out of the hole here. Yes, we can. And we got her before she even managed to take off, so that's a good thing. I like that. So overall, this weapon is not bad. Like, for your daily farming around ghouls and super mutants and things like that, you'll probably be just fine, especially if you're a full health build and can take a little bit more of a beating than my character can. That said, it's not going to be nearly as strong as a weapon that you can suppress, because you won't get that double damage or more from stealth bonuses, plus you'll be taking a lot more damage because you won't be in stealth. So, overall, I'm feeling like the weapon is performing about the way I would expect it to. So, not disappointed, not especially impressed, but yeah. So, anyway, please remember, if you enjoyed my content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost any money. And until next time, thank you for watching.